Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is Breaking Prisms for January 1st. We've made it into 2019.
Happy New Year!
And all that fun stuff. We're semi-festive.
I don't have gold tinsel yet, so I just had to do red.
Nah, it'd be all right.
We're all red today.
Yeah, I love red. I'm a fan of red. I will always be a fan of red.
We're apparently just red and black all the way around today.
I'm fine with that. It's my colors. And speaking of red and black, go watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes, it is the new year. If you have not seen it yet, you need to go see it.
I'm sure it's doing very well in theaters. I'm sure it's still out as of January 1st. So
I don't think anything's going to be kicking that movie out for long.
I hope not. It was excellent. The first shirt I've ever bought at a theater. I thought it was really cool. The movie was excellent. If you like Spider-Man, go see it. I am advertising this just because I thought it was a great movie. All right, and this is, like I said, Breaking Prisms. We're going over the Twilight Zone today, Season 1, Episode 10. And all I can say is Twilight Zone needs to step up. The episode, fine. Fine. It's the best word I can think to describe it. It was fine.
Not the worst one we've watched.
No, definitely not. Still not by far the worst one. 16 millimeter or whatever.
Yeah,
that was the worst
Shrine.
episode.
Yeah, that was...
Wasn't a fan of that one. But leagues away from the best episode.
Hermit woman sits in office, watches movies.
That was the whole episode. That's what it was. So yeah. We start by a very long narration from him.
Yes. SS Queen of Glasgow. British. Heading towards Liverpool.
Could we just get like an entire episode of him talking about things? Because I would totally just listen to that. I love his intros and outros to every episode. I'm like, buddy, just talk. I love your voice.
Just narrate everything. Just narrate the entire movie.
Just how he does it, how he says things. I'm like, you're just entertaining to listen to.
It is 1942.
Yep, 1942.
And it says that this ship is the premonition of death.
Premonition of death. Yeah, it did say that.
And then we just open up to a man vaguely staring out off the edge of a boat.
Yep, just staring off. Just staring. No apparent reason, no rhyme or reason. Which, that's all he looks in this entire episode.
So a guy tells him first he turns around because he sees a light. And he's like, hey, we need to keep lights out, pretty much.
Yeah, lights out.
So you can tell this is wartime. So.
Yeah, well, 1942. Yeah. If that to itself didn't tell you it's war times, then you haven't paid no attention to history whatsoever.
No, not at all. So pretty much tells him lights out. So he shuts the little window thingy, and they're like, oh, by the way, you're going to miss breakfast if you don't. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, I don't know, mealtime?
Something along those lines. I don't remember exactly.
It was dark the entire time. So.
Yeah, it all takes place within like a few hours.
So he goes downstairs, once again looking very confused.
Very, very confused.
And he meets everybody else. There's a dude named Jerry Potter.
I took note of that as well. Jerry Potter. Like ancient relative to Harry Potter. And James Potter.
And his name is what? Lancer? I
Lancer.
thought it was Lanther at first, but Lancer. Yeah.
Lancer. Carl
Lancer. Mr. Lancer. But he is very zoned. They're like trying to talk to him, ask him what he's doing, where he's from, and he can't answer a damn thing.
No, he's just so incredibly confused.
Yes.
And looks it. Just has no idea what's going on with anything.
So they kind of all sit around the table. He's like, we have a spot for you. Do you want food? No. Do you want coffee? Yes, I could go for some coffee. This man knows me.
To which Jerry Potter takes him to the table and gets him a seat.
Yes.
And starts asking questions. Like, I like to try to see if I can think what the person looks like by their name and blah, blah, blah. Oh, where are you from? Which doesn't really have an answer, except he was born Frankfurt. That's Germany.
Yeah, he was born in Frankfurt, Germany, which I've actually been there, but very little.
You have to be British. You try to be British.
German,
that's what you
British,
do.
What the fuck?
Hey, it's close enough.
Not even. I don't think they would agree. I really don't think they would agree.
I'm pretty sure they're extremely close to each other.
Moving on.
They're probably closer. Hey, they're closer in relative than most of our states are to each other. They're the same country. They might as well.
So, pretty much they start talking about, before that, they start talking about subs. He's like, because the guy said, oh, I bet there's a wolf pack out there. Isn't that what you call them, a group of subs? And the guy suddenly pipes up. Lancer is like, no. A ship our size, there wouldn't be a bunch of them. It would only be one.
Oh, yeah. He has some very interesting knowledge about U-boats.
That's the funny thing, is because he was saying this, because that was the first time, and then he corrects him again about submarines. And I put very versed in subs, and then I was looking at him, and I was like, he's zoned out. He knows a lot about submarines. In parentheses, I just wrote German next to it, and then immediately after, I was born in Frankfurt, Germany. I was like, I knew it.
Yeah. There's a lot of easy ways to figure out where this episode's going.
Yes.
Except for the very end. Yeah. It has a little something going on there, but...
So then I immediately stopped for a minute and wrote, is he a ghost, maybe?
Well, the thing is, between all of this, at some point, the captain of the ship comes in.
Yeah.
And to which he's part of the conversation, too. To which he finally actually says... He says something about him being... He's like, you sound like a U-boat commander or something.
And he's just like... He can't answer. Like, he does not have any... And so I didn't know... I wrote down maybe he's a ghost. Maybe he has amnesia. Like, those were just my, short stop notes. Like, because I really... Honestly, I thought in the episode he was going to be a ghost. Like, he was going to be maybe a U-boat captain that... Somehow his ghost got stuck on this
kept thinking, like, he's just a German spy
who's
just going to be activated by something, and you're like, at that point, he's going to take everyone out or something.
So, anyways, he goes to leave because he's not feeling well, and he ends up running into...
Well, he's not really into. I mean, I think we see him, he's just sitting on stairs being dazed like he's been the whole episode at this point.
She walks up to him, the secretary. I didn't write down her name.
Stanley? Mrs. Stanley?
Mrs. Stanley?
Or yes. Miss Stanley.
And she's like, are you okay? Is anything wrong? And he's like, I have these crazy feelings like that I've been somewhere before. I've done things. And she's like, oh, I know what you mean. I was like, deja vu. But they didn't say it. So...
And he's like, I don't remember getting on this ship.
I'm like, ghost. You're a damn ghost.
Doesn't remember anything.
Yes.
He knows his name is Lancer. And he knows he was born in Frankfurt.
Germany, yeah.
And that's it, though. That's all he has.
And... pretty much, he starts freaking out at this point. Like, he starts talking about weird things. He's staring off the side of the ship. He's like, I know we're being stopped.
Yeah.
It's out there for us. It's waiting for us.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you need to get some rest.
You need some rest. Definitely need some rest. See, which some guy shows up and says, oh, the captain wants you to go up on the bridge.
Yes.
Like, oh, okay, here we go. Captain's suspicious. Come on, Captain. To which, he just kind of like, oh, we just standard procedure. Now we just need to see your passport, make sure what's going on, blah blah blah, and then.
I must have left it in my cabin because I don't have it on me. No, they're like.
To which they very easily just let him go.
Yeah, it's like,
fine.
Well, just give it to us when you can give it to us, and then immediately after he leaves, this guy needs some watching. So it pans into, or it cuts, and he is now in his bunk, his cabin, whatever you want to call it. And he is unpacking his bag, I guess. I know he has someone behind him unpacking his bags for him.
He doesn't really... He shifts shirts from one side of the suitcase to the other side. As the other guy unpacks some of his stuff and picks up a cap, which is very clearly military, like, captain hat.
Yes. He's like, oh, is this from the war? And he's like, what? Like, what do you mean? And he's like, it's a German's captain's hat. Did you get this in the war? And he's like, don't touch things that don't belong to you.
Exactly. So, yeah, super suspicious. And in the cap, it says, whatever, Captain Carl Lancer of the whatever, blah, blah, blah.
I immediately, as I said, like, as soon as he picked up that hat and said, this is a German hat, I was like, I knew it. So, yes. And apparently that's still, he's still confused. Like, he's still looking at the dazed, the entire dazed.
The entire episode he looks dazed. There's no point almost ever in this entire episode that he doesn't look like he just... Like someone just stole half his brain from him. He just doesn't know what's going on.
So, he finds himself back... Was it back in the lobby area or back up with the captain?
Back in the lobby area, because that's where he's drinking. And...
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. He starts drinking, and he looks up at the clock.
It's 12:05.
It's 5 past... He, like, repeats it, like, 2 or 3 times. 5 past 12. 15 after. 1:15.
Something's gonna happen at 1:15. And, like, that's when he's gonna be activated. Right there. That's what it's gonna be.
I was like, maybe he's having a premonition. Like, maybe... It's like somehow he ended up on this boat and it's going to collide with the submarine and that's going to be it. Like, I don't know, or they're going to get shot down, whatever.
And at some point we pan back to the bridge.
Yes.
To which they talk about, it's about the engines and
yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. If we run them too hard, they'll shut off. We don't run long enough, something. I don't know.
Yeah. And so he's like, I don't like that sound because he can hear... the engines, and he's like, that doesn't sound good. He's like, oh, they always do that. And it's like, no, you don't understand. Something bad's gonna happen.
And then they shut off.
Yes. He's like, they stopped. So he runs out. What was it? Doesn't he, where does he use the binoculars at? Like, is he still...
Well, that's a little bit further on.
Oh, okay.
Because the engines have stopped. The other guy comes in. They talk about being normal. They'll fix it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then we go to, like, just forward. And it is officially 1:15. Yeah. To which, that's when he starts freaking out.
Yes. He's having pretty much the biggest meltdown ever.
He runs outside and there's a light.
Yeah.
There's a light. And I'm like, okay, buddy, I thought it was just like someone with a flashlight. And he was just freaking out for no reason at all.
Well, the other thing is that it's like immediately after he goes out there and tries to go back in, everybody has disappeared.
Well, everyone's gone. He's screaming his head off. They're here. They've come to get us.
He's like, we need to jump ship. We need to abandon ship. And then he's looking around like, wait, did everybody do it without me? Like, I literally thought everyone just abandoned him. But...
And then strangely, at some point, after going to what looks like the quarters, he looks back, and then we're just staring at this picture of people?
No, like, literally, it is a group of people standing at the end of the hall.
It looks like a picture.
No, it's an old... No, because he's looking at the group of people. He's like, what do I have to do? What do I have to scream and yell at you guys to get you off the ship? Like, it's... Something bad is going to happen. What do I need to do? And then he turns to the stairs, and when he turns back, they're gone. So it's like ghost people.
It just looks like a picture.
It's an old show, okay? I'm sorry that you're spoiled.
No, I am.
Anyways, so that's when he goes back out and he grabs some binoculars because he sees the little flashlight again.
Again, when she's hiding and doing stuff, but they eventually grabs binoculars.
Yes. He peers out to the edge of the boat and...
Well, there's very clearly a U-boat out there.
There's a U-boat, and he looks at the guy standing alone with all his soldiers roaming around. He's like, that's me. He sees himself on the U-boat and doesn't automatically just start freaking out.
He's done plenty of freaking out at this point. To which they start shooting like U-boat, and everyone's dying and burning alive.
All the cast magically appears again.
Yeah.
They've appeared again to die, pretty much. Woman's getting burned alive. And so, pretty much everybody's either jumping ship, getting shot in the water. Just everything bad that possibly could happen to this boat is happening. He jumps into the water, and it just pretty much looks like he drowns.
And then we cut onto the U-boat, where it shows him as Captain Lancer on the U-boat, talking to whoever this guy is.
I don't know his name. He pretty much looked like a youngin', someone who was new to the biz.
Yes.
So he's like, I don't feel right about this. He's like, you gotta get used to it. This is what we do. Like, if we let them live, people of ours are gonna die.
Yes. So he's the captain of the U-boat, takes out the ship, it kills innocent people. One of his people aren't happy about that.
So he brings up the thing. He's like, I've heard once. He's like, that it's like, maybe we're damned. Maybe we are damned, and we are pretty much going to live the rest of our lives just watching this over and over again. Like, what if our dead souls, damned souls, end up on that ship, sealing its fate over and over and over again? And that makes the captain worried, but there's nothing you can do about it now. And
then we just go back and we go to narration, and it shows the very beginning of the episode again.
Which
all
the
good
guy,
back on the boat.
Yeah, he's kind of like this, and then suddenly he opens his eyes and is like, and then, turn that light off.
Yeah, and that's the episode.
So I wrote underneath the damned, I wrote Prometheus. Because that was the story of Prometheus, pretty much. That he was damned to pretty much every day be torn open, and
I just was not impressed with this episode.
Well,
just wasn't. It just,
once again, you're very spoiled. But
Black Mirror has very much spoiled me to wanting good television.
This was good television back then.
There's been good episodes. This isn't one of these strong episodes.
No, this was not. I ended up liking the story as far as what's happening to him. Like, I do like the whole, you're pretty much, just like on, I forgot what episode it was of Black Mirror, where they're pretty much, oh no, what was it? Was it Black Mirror?
I don't know. You better give him something to even try.
It was Black Mirror, the episode where they're making her relive the entire day over and over and over again.
A white bear.
Yeah, as punishment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically they were doing that to her, and this is more of an actual, you're damned to hell kind of thing. But still, I like that concept. I don't like it if it actually exists, but I like that concept because I know where I'll end up, and I'll be working retail for the rest of my undead life.
I don't know. The episode's fine. I just don't know. I wasn't fulfilled by the way they took it, how they handled things.
Yeah.
So it just didn't quite work. For me.
I said, overall, I liked the story, but how it was done, not really. It was an episode.
Yeah, it was an episode of the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
We should get more of his narration.
We'll just watch the very beginning and the very end.
Yeah, give me narration at every episode. I'll be fine.
But yes, that is the show.
Read the plot of everyone and all right, thank you, buddy. You did good. I enjoyed that.
Who knows? Maybe the next one will be better.
Well, the next one is called When the Sky Was Open.
Oh. Did you happen to write down what it was supposed to be?
No, okay. I did not.
Well, the next episode of our show is going to be going over Black Mirror Season 3, Episode 3, which is called Shut Up and Dance.
Shut Up and Dance.
Apparently, it's about after a virus infects the laptop of a teenager, he faces the choice of either following these text messages or having intimate secrets revealed.
Yeah, that covers it pretty well. That is what the episode is about. It goes some places.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well.
I will tell you, intimate secrets, that's an interesting choice of words to use for that. That's not really what it is. It's literally the beginning of the episode. You'll know within the first 30 seconds of what this is.
Oh, okay.
They have a video because he uses his laptop and it spies on him. And they're going to use that video against him. So either let that video get out to everyone he knows or do what they tell him to do.
Pretty much a normal blackmail situation.
Yes. So they watched him on his laptop camera.
Oh, that's...
Do something.
And people wonder why. You have people like me where if I have a laptop that has a built-in camera, which I've never had actually, is I had one of my friends had a sticker over the web camera.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I actually had one on my phone as well.
On your phone?
Yes, I had a small piece of tape right here. But the problem with that is that my light sensor is right next to it, meaning that I could be talking on my phone and my light would turn, like the screen would turn off and on, so I would hang up on people. Because it immediately shuts off when you put it up to your ear.
It's a camera, but most of the time your phone is either in your pocket or in a purse or something. So therefore, covering the camera, what, are you afraid when you pull it out, it'll see your face?
No, like, okay, you're sitting... It's just the same thing as when the person, you said they're using their camera on their laptop, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you're sitting here and just doing whatever.
Well, it's just looking at your face.
Yeah.
A laptop's a little different if it remains open and can see what you're doing at all times. Where, to me, a phone is just, it's in your pocket most of the time, unless you're using it at that exact moment. So.
Either way.
Yeah.
It's just one of those.
Well, this definitely goes, it's as far bad as you could go.
Anyway, we'll get to that episode.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be next week's episode.
The second week of January.
In my opinion, one of the darkest episodes of Black Mirror. Just because of what it's about. It reminds me again a lot of the very first episode. Because that was a dark episode.
A shaming episode.
Yeah.
Be ashamed. Be very ashamed.
This is very much that. Like, once again. So it's very interesting. It's like a callback, might be kind of to the first episode. Even though we've really moved past what the episode was. So it's pretty cool. It's cool. It's an interesting one. But directly after that, we will have my favorite episode. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, you can wait.
I don't want to wait.
Well, that's too bad. You're already not waiting for the 5th season, so shut up.
That's going to be... Ooh. What is this? This is out on...
I thought it came out.
This is Twilight. It's already out.
Yeah.
According to this date, it's already out, and I've already seen it.
See, like I said, you couldn't wait for the 5th season.
But as of filming this, it's not out, and I have not seen it. So.
On that note, it was great seeing you.
It was great, as always. You can reach me at Stars Untraveled. Reach Amanda at KZ Pub. Reach the show at Beyond Our Focus on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, podcast services around the globe.
Maybe.
We don't know. And like anywhere you can rate us. Always 5 stars. I don't know whatever it's on. If you can rate on those podcast services,
I would rate some of our Sim 3s.
No, always 5. It's the only appropriate answer.
Comment anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's on our page or not. Comment on someone else's video with your response to ours. See how confused it gets. But then let us know so that we can read it.
Your hair. It was bothering me.
It was probably in my hair at some point.
It wouldn't surprise me. Subscribe to the channel. We'd appreciate that a whole lot. Always comment down below in the videos. In general, check us out on Twitter.
I think we're going in a circle.
That is what it is. We're going to keep repeating things. That's fine.
Oh, look, we're down.
99.999% of people don't make it this far anyway. So,
except
they still don't make it this far. Because why would you come this far? Unless you just have it on the background and we're just back there chit-chatting.
We are the next
Most
Marvel.
Time, they're like, oh, they're doing the outro. Click out. Go to the next thing.
We're Marvel and we have after credit scenes, okay?
Not really.
Is this not an after credit scene?
This is us rambling. It's not an after credit scene.
The credits have rolled, okay? You've said everything you needed to say, except the very end. So
All right,
all
well. Is there a type of thing?
You still don't know what I'm talking about. We'll go over that later. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, anyways, till next time. Long days and pleasant nights.